Jenkins, right? What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
We the best.
Are you ready?
It's time!
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of Software Explorations with yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win. Tonight is Thursday, October 10th, 2024. How is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully you are doing well. Happy to have you in the building. Good evening, Darcel. How are you doing? How's it going, Darcel? Just happy to have you here. Happy that, how is that cybersecurity stuff going? I'm excited to hear about that. We got a lot of work to do today. We're going to be continuing with our React. Let me throw this up real quick. We're going to be continuing with our React Urban Dictionary implementation, microservice, all that good stuff. We're going to be working on that so that we can continue using it on Saturday morning. We were able to use it last Saturday morning, so that was absolutely amazing, and we're going to continue building it out because I had an amazing old time using it. Yakar and Mitch are not too, they don't really care too much about the design, but guess what? I'm not a designer. So
It doesn't matter what you think!
so it is what it is. It is what it is until I get some better design ideas. It's just gonna be what it is because I just need the data, right? I just need the data. We're good to go. All right. So I got my guy Rod Brown, aka Mr. Tech Daddy, in the building. Let me have this out of the way. Hold on one second. Says, what's good, bro? All good down there. Yes, we are down here in South Florida. It is pretty good down here. Nothing too major. I'm not sure where those tornadoes actually touched down. I think in some parts of Miami it touched down, and then in Port St. Lucie. Those did pretty some damage, but over here it's been pretty quiet. I haven't really left the house all day today. But other parts of the state, on the West Coast, on the Gulf Coast, it's the people that I know up there, they're okay, but I've seen some videos that it's been pretty bad. So, we're still looking out to hear from that. Not sure what the loss of life is yet. So, more information is going to be coming out in the next few days, right? But that does lead me into our icebreaker that I will be sharing with you guys in a little bit. But let's get through our housekeeping. Thank you so much, Rod Brown, for asking. I really, really appreciate you. But we're going to let's get back into our housekeeping real quick. So, first and foremost, you know how we like to do here. I just want to say a big thank you to all of the subscribers, the new ones, as well as those who have been with me for a very, very long time. Those who are active in the live chats, and those who watch from the clouds, those who leave me comments. I appreciate you all.
I appreciate you.
And we are on the verge to 1,700 subscribers. And and at the end of the day, as much as I appreciate all the subscribers, what really matters is getting this information out to you. putting some more information, more context, so that you can just have a better understanding of how things work in this tech industry, and see me do some crazy things and having a lot of fun with you guys. All right. So I just want to say a big thank you, and then a big salute and shout out to all my tech savages out there. Those are my tech barbarians. Those are the tech prodigy members. That's all my Patreon members, the technical explorers, all those who sign up for the Patreon for free. I had uploaded yesterday a video, not yesterday, 2 days ago, I uploaded a video on from my first Scrum night with my tech barbarians, how I was breaking down how story pointing in Agile works, talking about the Fibonacci sequence. Really good video. You can get that at techcoachralph.dev. But shout out to you, to all my tech barbarians. And then I want to say a big shout out to those who support the YouTube channel. Shout out to the tech mercenaries, those YouTube channel members. You guys are amazing. And of course, I can never ever forget, shout out to the bag chasers.
Money.
And of course, last but certainly not least, shout out to those who are coding in their wife beaters, house shoes, and their khaki shorts. Shout out to Yakar and the Tech Pookies.
Hey.
You guys are amazing. All right, so on your way in, do me a big favor. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time that we go live and drop new content. All right. And as well as go to techcoachralph.dev. You can sign up for free. A lot of amazing content. I share the sprint reviews that I do with the tech barbarians, as well as the full Scrum night, different videos strategizing on how to look for jobs, how to get ready for interviews, how to perform those during those interviews. See me updating my resume, which I gotta do that soon. But all that stuff, we do that on techcoachralph.dev. You can sign up for free, and then you can also get one-on-one coaching with me, if you are brave enough to do so, because it's not easy. It's not easy. I will put you to work, or I will put you on a pip. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So with that being said, let's continue on with the show. All right. So we're going to get into the show schedule. I'm going to speed through the show schedule because there are a lot of things I want to get to tonight. Some stuff. I watched this video today. It upset me, broke my heart, made me thankful. It was, right. I'm just going to share like 3 clips from it. Right. But we'll go from there. Right. So I want to say, show schedule real quick. Sunday afternoons, we have software explorations. We're working through DevOps. We have our morning shows, Mondays and Wednesdays. We start between 7:30 and 8 a.m. where we do our news stories, including the numbers to review for the week, and we also work on our mobile app. Currently working on our time cost calculator. However, this Monday we'll be starting at 7 a.m. I will be how do you call it? Simulcasting with my guy Technique Tips, right? So join us there on Monday morning, and we're gonna have a lot of fun on that channel, talking about the Talk That Tech show, talking about those type of things. All right, and let's see. So then we have Tuesday nights, our Q&A show. We had a great time this past Tuesday. Lots of questions, lots of answers, lots of fun. Thursday nights, more software explorations. We're currently working through our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data app, build in React and APIs. And then the show of the week, the grand finale itself. And I have to mention this due to contractual obligations. We have the Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show. Yes, we do. And that's where we review the weekly economic numbers from what the job report is. We're gonna be reviewing the Federal Open Chair Committee thing, whatever they call it, Federal Reserve Open Committee. We're gonna be reviewing that this weekend. We're gonna be talking about CPI, PPI, Consumer Price Index, Producer Price Index. I want to talk about what are tariffs, because we've been hearing a lot about tariffs. We're gonna be talking about what are tariffs. We're gonna be talking about, should we tax unrealized capital gains? Yeah, should we do that? Should we do that? All right. So that is what happens on the Saturday morning shows. And I'm going to read this verbatim. It says, remember to mention Mitch and Yakar. So Mitch and Yakar co-hosts from the chat. So I'm remembering to mention Mitch and Yakar, right? This was kind of like a what was it, Anchorman moment, reading straight from the teleprompter. Some people once the teleprompter goes off, they don't know what to do. I'm just saying. All right. Now let's jump over to our pre-recorded content. Mondays we have candid conversations. I just share my thoughts, and you might disagree. You might agree. You might disagree. But at the end of the day,
It doesn't matter what you think.
it is what it is. It is what it is. Wednesdays, we have software explorations, concept, and overviews, where we're breaking down different parts of tech. We've been on a series right now going over the different ceremonies in Scrum. So, I think yesterday, what did we do yesterday? The sprint planning. Yes, the sprint planning, very, very important meeting. Next, we will probably get into the story refinement meetings. And then Fridays, we have the bug bites. And then we have throughout the weeks shorts as well as clips from the Q&A show. So, putting them in small bite-sized digestible pieces, because sometimes you just can't hang out with me, Mitch, in your car and all my friends on a Tuesday night live stream for 2 hours when we're having so much fun, but I still give you the answers in short clips. All right. So that is our show schedule for the week. All right. With all that, that's why you have to subscribe, and that's why you have to hit the notification bell, because we drop a lot of content over here, pre-recorded as well as live stream. So check us out. Check me out, right? Check me out. Subscribe. Help us grow. And, tune in. There is definitely going to be something for you over there, right? So let me check the chat real quick, and then we are going to start off with our semi-icebreaker, but it really upset me. It really upset me. All right. So let me see. Darcel says, cyber going well, staying consistent. Shout out to my guy, Darcel. Then she says, glad that you are safe. Thank you. And I'm glad that you are safe too. Because Darcel is in Georgia. And we all know about Hurricane Helene that went through the South 2 weeks ago, and we got my guy here, my best friend in the whole wide world. We got Mitch says, take off the blazer, loosen up the tie. Superman is alive. Shout out to my guy, Mitch. And Mitch says, you know what? I don't need you to shout me out. I'm going to shout out myself. Shout out to Mitch. What the Grinch has a heart. Interesting. You'll see, Mitch. You'll see. It says, what things? You'll see. It says, you don't have to read where it says, read this. You're sick, disgusting, mediocre at best. Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And Mitch says that he hates me. That's how Mitch tells me that he really appreciates me. I appreciate, you get a second one, Mitch.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I had to upgrade the lights behind me here, because the ones that I was using, one of them was like acting up, not turning on, going off. So I like, you know what? We're going to get even better lights. We got even better lights. I can control it with the phone. We are in it to win it. All right. So we're gonna get into our little icebreaker. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible, but I have to like. So, I'm gonna put it like this, right? I'm gonna put it like this. Like this, right? Heroes Among Us, the Sean Ryan Show. So I was watching. So just recently, I found out about this channel, the Sean Ryan Show. And I guess he's ex-military. I'm not too familiar with him, right? But he's had some good guests, good shows, right? But today they released one about these two. It was with these two guys. I guess they're former military, and they were doing like rescue operations in North Carolina, and they were just detailing their firsthand account of what's been going on with their efforts to help people. And just different parts of that video like really bothered me, really so much like politics and bureaucracy behind it. Like when they're trying to help people and people lying on them, trying to steal their credit, all this type of stuff. And it just, so I just wanted to, I'm going to share the link to the full video. And I just wanted to go over a few areas of it real quick with you guys to get the show started, because I am thankful to the real heroes among us, because so many people, like especially kids, they will idolize these athletes, these musicians who couldn't care less whether they were here or not here. And then you have these people who they're not looking for any recognition. They serve their country, they put their lives on the line every single day, and they're trying to help people who are suffering, and they're met with opposition all the time, being smeared, and they just keep pushing forward. And that's why, like, these type of people are who I see as heroes. It's not people who can shoot a basketball or who can throw a football or who can make some word, like who can say some poems over a beat, all that type of stuff. I like cool, great talent. I don't care. But let me go ahead and let's watch a little bit of this together, right? Because I'm telling you, like it's pretty tough to watch, right? Let's go to here. And let me move this over here. And down some more. All right. So, and I'm gonna drop the link in the chat for anyone who wants to go watch the full thing. It's really, really good. First-hand account of everything that is going on. I'm gonna drop that right here in case anybody wants to go watch it. But it's really good. All right, let me see here. So the first timestamp 1812. All right, let me go and look at that.
Charlie Kiba, Jonathan Howard, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you guys kind of popped up on my radar. We've been getting blown up with messages.
So his dad came over and he was like, yeah, we can't hot refuel. That's not allowed to do it. And I was like, I have to get this helicopter hot refueled. And he was like, what's the situation? I was like, this 1-year-old baby's going to die. And he was like, done. And he literally just backed up this fuel truck and just started refueling the helicopter. Me and Charlie got in it as I was coordinating with my PJ Paul on the ground. And then I sent him the address. And then like 2 minutes later, he's calling me. He's like, I'm here. And I was like, how are you there that quick? And he was like, I was here like literally in the neighborhood, just randomly, which on the map, when we were looking at it, all the roads were cut off to it. The updated maps were saying it was completely just cut from the rivers. So I don't know how he was even there, but he was able to stabilize the baby, get on oxygen, and just getting the vitals stable. So as we're flying in, the State Guard, SMU guys were there. The PJs started making an HLZ. We found a field. I'm looking at imagery on my phone. I'm like, we can land there, but I mean, there's power lines all around. And as we're coming in there, I mean, Mark Roseman, our awesome pilot, I mean, this isn't what he does. I mean, he flies, Gulfstreams around the world. Mm-hmm. And he's like putting it down the field for the very first time in the middle of the field.
You have a fixed wing pilot flying
he's also
rotary
a rotor.
ring
He's
aircraft.
Qualified. He's qualified.
I was like,
This guy had, I think he said over 22,000 flight hours.
Wow.
So very, very, very experienced. And he's been flying helicopters all over, but he's not used to doing like a 160th mission. Like he's not dropping down in the fields and landing on rooftops. So he dropped down in that field, and we had a bunch of our SMU guys there with the baby. My buddy Byron come run out with the little, I forgot, baby crib or holder, oxygen. And car seat, yeah. And we basically just loaded them into the helicopter, took off, and we flew right to Mission Hospital in Asheville.
At the same time, we had to communicate with the hospitals, let them know we were coming.
Yeah.
We found the radio frequency. Our aircraft radio was not compatible, so we had a guy from the rear on our team actually make a phone call to the hospital, let them know that we were coming, have the doctors and nurses on standby on the rooftop waiting for us.
So as we were coming to that rooftop, Mark was like, find me a place on the ground. I was spotting in the front seat looking for an HLZ. And there was 2 helicopters parked in the HLZ, so we couldn't land on the ground. And there was one on top of the roof. And it was a little bit windy. Or I say it was very windy, a little bit of rain. And he was like, I was like, Mark, the only place you can go is on that roof. I was like, it's pretty big. Like, you should be able to put it down. He goes, I've never landed on a roof. And I was looking at the windsock up there, and it was a direct crosswind. And that crosswind was like the top of the building for the hospital. So he was kind of nervous about it. I was like, you just got to get it down. And as we were coming in about 10 feet above, the winds were just like, I mean, it was pushing us. Like, it was real, real strong. But he got it down. Me and Charlie hopped out with the baby, grandma and mom, rushed them inside, and they had a full staff there. I mean, they had probably, I think, 2 doctors, 3 nurses.
Nice.
And they just grabbed that baby and took it. And then we actually went immediately out to another mission. But a few days later, they got a hold of Charlie, and they sent us photos of the baby and the mom. And so the baby was alive. And then at some point, we're going to go visit them and just kind of like follow up with them and stuff.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah. I'm not a very big emotional guy. But like my emotions were like running very high in that mission. And then like once we actually got that baby in that doctor's hand, like I actually like wanted to cry.
So there's that part, right? So that was like that part. What's up, Blake? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you, Blake. Now I'm gonna jump to another spot, the 31:52 mark.
Lead Patreon.
And then also from that video, I started getting a lot of messages like to my Instagram from like actual like aircraft commanders, like squadron commanders.
No kidding.
I had a squadron commander from North Carolina reach out to me. They had to load a C-17 full of supplies just to take a photo op for Kamala. And they never sent the bird.
Wait a minute, what?
They loaded an entire C-17 full of supplies for the hurricane victims just for Kamala to go there, take a photo, take a video, and they never sent the C-17. It was just
Are you
full.
serious?
Yeah, that was a National Guard, North Carolina National Guard unit. That was a 06 that reached out to me. And then I had another.
He reached out to you to tell you that they did a photo op and with the intention of never sending.
Never sent it. It was just a photo op. The day Joe Biden flew in to Asheville, they had to put up another temporary flight restriction over like the entire airspace there. There wasn't an exact time. It just kind of said from like, I think 11 to like 4 p.m. or something. And it wound up being, I think, from 11:30 to about 3:30 or something. But by him coming there, he actually never landed. He just flew around viewing. But because of that TFR, all rescues were shut down. We couldn't go do work. And that was the very first day we had like no fog, no clouds, no rain. And we were like, oh, we're going to go get all these rescues in. And this was still early in the week. I think it was Wednesday when people were still very, very desperate. So I ran to a senator from North Carolina the day before at the Asheville airport, and he was telling me about it. He was like, we're trying to stop him from coming here. And they were telling him, if you come here, they're not going to be able to do their job. Like,
Can you tell me what senator?
I don't remember his name.
That part really bothered me. And the last part that really bothered me is, let me find that for you.
We're like, great, it's done. Like, we can finally get to work. But it was already at the evening time. So the Michigan guy in charge of this task force calls for a 7 a.m. meeting the next day. Like, we be there at 7 a.m., we'll get our products, and we'll push out and do work.
And we stay 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Right? We're not going to stay in Lake Lure and take up resources from the people who need everything.
Yeah.
So we stay 2 hours away. So we're on the road at 5 o'clock the next morning.
5 a.m. We roll 5 a.m. Yeah. Like, wake up time, 4:30, we're rolling 5 a.m. We're there like 15 minutes prior. No one's there. 7 a.m. comes up, fire chief rolls up, nobody else. Sheriff deputies roll up, and we're like, where are these guys? 7:40, they roll up. 7:40, they roll up. Daylight's already burning. And they roll up just like grinning at us, just like, just they had this little smug looks on their face. They get out, and their leader of this group grabs the fire chief and one of the sheriff people, pulls them away from us, and has a little powwow for about 5 minutes. Comes back around by himself, this guy from Michigan. Same thing, hands on his hips. He goes, "Where's your authorization papers?" And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "Where's your orders to be here? Who authorized you to be here?" And I was just like, I cannot believe this is happening right now. And Charlie's like, "We're a nonprofit. We don't need authorization. Like, we're here to like rescue people." So I actually have authorization orders. And I'm like, "Well, here's my authorization. Like, I'm from the state guard." And I hand him my phone. And he looks at it. He goes, "This is useless." Literally didn't even look at it. I was like, "No, those are my orders." I'm like, "I'm here on behalf of my governor to be here." And he was like, "I don't even know your capabilities." And I'm just like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Wow.
So he gets in this whole, like, "I can't work with you." And then Charlie's like, "Oh, well, why don't you just tell us where you're going to be so we don't cross paths? We'll work over here. You guys work here. Let's just kind of like set out our grids." Nope, I can't even discuss nothing with you. And I'm just like, who is this guy? You know, like the fire.
That really, really pissed me off. Like, and oh God, like you have these people volunteering their time to help the victims who no one's coming. Like if and there's so much more on that show that they were talking about of all the obstacles that they had to go through, and I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And these people are actually on the ground. They're getting their credit taken. Like in the video with the thing with the baby, the government tries to take the credit for the rescue. It's just crazy. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyways, whatever. Let's get to the show. But that really bothered me. I was so upset watching that today. But anyhow, let's get to it. So, Mitch says, "That's how I would have pulled up to rap." And Mitch says, that sick photo op, I believe that. I believe it too. Like, and especially like them, they're there. They're on the ground. Like, and you see their capabilities like that. If you watch that whole episode, you'll see like, wow, these people are the real deal. And I really appreciate the service that they do for everyone. You know, they don't have to. They volunteer to. They deal with all the BS that comes with it, dealing with the government and all that type of stuff. And that's why I'm always in favor of private companies and private sectors and stuff like that, because we go out there and do the work. So anyways, that's enough of that. Let's get to work. So before we do that, do me a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, hit the notification bell, check out techcoachrap.dev. You can sign up for free. We have tons and tons of amazing content helping you level up in all aspects of your tech career. All right, so here's the plan for today. We are going to I'm going to make sure the database, our MongoDB, is up. Looks like we've already implemented the get by ID, so that's good. I'm going to show you some things that I added to the Urban Dictionary. You might have seen it on Saturday morning, but I added an ability to add HTML to the API, like where it stores the definitions and the examples. So I'll show you that. And then something I want to do is I want to work on listing all of the results, so that when you click on it, it can take you to a page for that result itself. So that way we can have more than one result show up in the list. So that's the plan for tonight. All right. I'm going to start up our first timer.
It's time to do.
And I'm going to, let me see. Let's go to this page actually. Wizzy. All right, let's go to what. So I'm going to look for a what you see is what. All right, so I was using this because, all right, this is the thought that I had, right? I said, you know what? if I can put HTML inside of the JSON object, then I can just render the HTML onto our web page. That'll like help a lot with like the styling and stuff like that, right? So, all right. So let me see, where should I start? Right. So this is a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. Is you can type in hi. This is a test, and then hello, and then you can add some formatting to it, like bold, and then you can do Mitch is my bestest friend, right? And then I can say, let's say I put this in red. So here you can see all of the HTML code you can see all the HTML code that corresponds with what I put in here, right? So what I would do is, so the next thing I would say, all right, I want this to be in one line. So I would say, hover this, compress HTML. Now I put this in one line, and then I can paste this into my, let me see if I go here and I go here. So in the request to add a new one, I can just paste the HTML inside of our definition. Same thing for example. And then once we do that, let me see if I have this up. So I'm going to start up the application. Start this one up. And let's start this one up. So when we go here, and so we have the app started up. If I go to, let's open that up. Let's say we check on this one, and we send that. Let's see. All right, so once we send that, we have something showing, right? So if I go here and I do jobless, and now we have the jobless claim and the definition and all that, right? So and now we have this rendered, the HTML that we have in here. The HTML that we have in here, or not in this one in particular, but the HTML that we have, that's what we have showing up over here, right? So that right there makes it a lot easier to manage. So now if we go over to the code so that we can see, I'll show you what I have to do to get that to render that way inside the code. So let me see, where did I do that? I think it might have been, all right, so inside of React, did I add anything else to it? Let me see. No, it was just that. All right, so I set a div. I Googled how to do it. So it says you set a div and you say dangerously set inner HTML. And then I say, all right, render the HTML from data.definition, right? So definition is where the definition is stored. I have it here for the definition, and I have it here for the example. And then that is where it's showing HTML if we go and look at over here. So the definition, and we have the examples with the, and then now, based on how now I can control this right here from the CSS and all that, right? So that's what I was working on, which I'm like, all right, this will help. So, however, that leads to additional features that we want to add on the front end, right? because I don't want to have to always go here and then compress this to send it over. So now what that leads me to do is inside of the app, we're going to have a page like where we can say, all right, add a new term to the dictionary. And we was, all right, what's the definition? What are the examples? So when we submit it, it'll have a WYSIWYG editor like this, so that when we submit it, it's automatically going to get this right here, and it's going to compress the HTML and take that and send it into this field, for example, so that it can add the definition, and we can have it here. We're not going to do that today, but that is what I saw. Okay, that could be our next step to do as we continue to build this out, so we can make it really, really easy for us to use. All right. Yeah. So what I want to do today now is, so I had it on here to do the get by ID, which we already have, which is good. So what we're gonna do, we are going to, I want to list the names of the terms on, like, when we do a search, instead of showing the whole information, because right now it's only finding the first one that it looks for. But I wanted to find anything that's related and just list it out. And then when we actually click on this, then we get to a page where it's going to show this to us, right? So that's what I want to do today. A lot of talking, but let's start to figure it out, all right? So let's go ahead, and I want to find something that, let me see. Let's go and look at this real quick. Let's find all the terms. Get, send. So we have job, gross domestic product, weekly jobless claims. I just want to find something that, all right, so let's see, if we were to do, we search for this, continue, and we just say jobs, right? And we search that. What do we get? We get 3, right? Perfect. We'll get 4, actually, even better, right? So we get 4. But if we go here and we just search for jobs, what are we going to get? Right? We only get 1, but we want, so what I want here instead is just to say, like this one, the next one, and then when we click on this, then we get all this details, all right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on getting it to do that. We're going to get it to list just the titles of the reports, all right? So let's go over here. And I have an idea where to do it because of, let me see, because I don't even think we need to look at the other code today, the API code, maybe later, because eventually we're gonna have to add some more methods like to update and stuff. But for now, we just need let me see, what is this, data and, so what we want to do is up over here. So here it says, all right, when you do the search, right? When you do the search and you get the results, I only want you to display the first one, right? I don't like at index 0. Index 0 is going to be the first one on the list. I don't want that to happen. I want it to show everything, right? So this right here is going to break things. But I just wanted to set the data as the, I wanted to set it as that, right? And then what I wanted to do is to loop through each term. So once you get over to show results, I wanted to do a loop where it's showing the data.economic indicator. Right? And then I don't want it to show any of these right now because that's going to show up on a different page. The way to loop it, though, is to do this this map thing over here, right? So I am going to, what's up to my guy, Yakar, aka Mr. King Tech Pookie himself. All right, so I'm just going to copy this code real quick, all right? And I am just going to go up to here. And I'm going to comment that out for now. And I'm going to set this as a, let's set it as a paragraph tag actually. Oops, no. Oops. Set it as a paragraph tag. And I don't want this to be examples.map example. I want this to be, I believe I want it to be data maybe? Let me see, hold on. Where is, let me see, let me take a look at another one. This would be data.source. So I'm gonna comment out all of these over here. I know I'm gonna need this economic indicator over here though. I'm just gonna comment all this out. All right. So we have this div for show results. We have data. And I would want to say if response.data and then let's say we say here, so this is going to be wrong anyway, so that doesn't even matter. But let's say we do a const and we say, where's data getting set as? Hold on. Where is this being set? Oh, okay, data. All right. So we can't really, could we use data? I guess we could use data. So let's say we go to const terms equals terms equals data. Let's just say data. Right. I don't think that's what I want. Let's see if I just say data, right? Let me see. So if we take this terms over here and we go down to terms.term and then term dot let me see, what is it over here? Term dot economic indicator. If we do that, all right, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens on the actual page now. Ooh, we got an error. Oh wait, no, let me see. Let's go over to here. And let's say we do job, right? Let's see what we get. Oh, look at that. We got it. So that worked. That actually worked. So it has jobs report. So let's put that in a list, right? Let's put that in an unordered list, right? So let's say UL, all right? And let's put a class on it of term results, right? There's why they put it that way, but let's go here. Let's see, what is that? All right, cool. So, all right, so we got that part. And let's go to, so we got that part. And we want to I'm just going to just to test something out right quick, right? I'm gonna go to ID, see if that works. And let's go over here real quick. Just want to see if the ID is gonna show. Job. Where's the ID? Let me see what we have in the. Why is there no ID related to it? There should be an ID. Oh, let me pull up the. That's strange that there's no ID. ID is no. Shouldn't be no. Let me see something. If we just do a get. There is an ID on the get. So let's go to here and look for the search that we're doing. So this is not searching on the ID, but I do want the ID to be returned. So if we're looking here, so here we're not returning. Okay, so select. All right. All right. So let's see how to, because we kind of need the ID in order to make this work the right way. So logic over beauty, your car. Logic over beauty. So we're going to figure out this logic first to make it work. Because guess what? If we add your multicolor gradient, now when I come to actually use this on Saturday, the multi-gradient background isn't going to actually help the functionality for me to be able to use it, all right? So that's why we have to go with logic and functionality over beauty first. I'm looking for Mongo find return specific fields. Let me see. Let me see. And this, they return a document that will contain the, but let me see. The reason that I had to put the projection to be 0 was, all right, the above statement will select all documents in the student collection, and the return document will only return the role and exclude the ID. But when we had the ID as part of it, let me see something. So find find text. So find filter and then the projection. Oh, this sucks. Let me see. Get all data from one
Lunch
field.
break! Lunch break!
Get all data from get all data from one field with ID. What? Select ID row from student. But I want We have to figure that out because I need the ID, but I don't want the ID to. I don't want it to search on the ID field, but I do want it to return the ID. So, figure that out. Anyways, let's go to break. Let's go to break. All right. Let's see what's going on. All right. Let me check the chat real quick, and then we'll go to our first break. We got like I said, I got my guy Yakar in the building. And Mitch was letting Yakar know that his VP was taking a photo op. Yakar says, let's do a multicolor gradient background. Well, how about not right now? Mitch is hoping for a fight that will never happen. And Yakar says, you just don't like UI design, chump. That's a fact. You are 1,000% right. Says he survived his little hurricane and you can't tell him anything. I did lose a tree. And I am sad about that tree being lost, but you know, oh man, I saw this video. There's a channel called Coding Phase, and I had no idea that he lived in Tampa, but oh my God, like they had so many trees down. It was sad to see. But it's crazy. But he's okay. So I'm happy to see that. But I was shocked by how bad it was over there. But yeah. All right. Let me see. That's not what I want to do. We are going back here. All right. Let's see. It was a soursop tree too. It was a soursop tree. Very sad to see. All right. Let's go to. Let me see. What's my first topic? Let me see. Mitch says he called you chump. I'm calling you chump too, chump. Yeah, Mitch. Mitch. You know how you're a trendsetter. Everyone wants to be like my best friend, Mitch. You set the trends, Mitch. You set the trends. All right. So let's get to our first break time topic really, really quick, and then we'll get back to work. All right. So. Let me move that out the way. So the first topic is believe actions, not words. Put up a timer. So believing actions, not words, right? So I come across this all the time. Where people say that they want to do this, they want to do that. I want to get into tech. I want to do like. So many goals, like so many dreams and ambitions and aspirations. But then when it comes time to put in the work, then they are nowhere to be found. And then it's like, I always wonder, do people know what comes with do people know what comes with the things that they want or dream about? Like people say, oh, my dream job. I'm like, trust me, your dream job, there's no such thing as a dream job. There is no such thing as a dream job because when there's timelines to be set, when there's like deadlines, timelines, when there's money on the line, it's no longer a dream because people are depending on it. I'm trying to tell you, right? There's no such thing as a dream job because how many times where you take a hobby and you start to like turn it into a business, and then it's like you hate it, right? I just wanted to knit all day. And then like, well, let me try to sell my knitting on Etsy or whatever those other sites are called. And now you're actually running a business. So you have to do accounting, you have to advertise, you have to market, and you have to do all these other type of things, right? And I don't like knitting anymore, And And there's so much like, so just because you see a video on YouTube or a short, it's like, oh, all you have to do is, go and take this course, and you go and you do this, and it's going to be all roses from there. And you remember what Andre 3000 from Outkast said, how roses really smell, right? People like, and then there's like, oh, you know what? Well, let me just try harder, or let me just say, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna just speak it into existence even more, right? But then, where's the actions? Nothing is ever going to be given to you if you do not put in the work. If you do not put in the work, you are wasting your time. But then again, I think a lot of people really enjoy wasting their time, because I can't even tell you how many times I've come across where, oh yeah, I'm ready to put in the work. I'm ready to put in the work. I'm ready to put in the work. Okay, where's the work? Well, what had happened was, and people like, it's just crazy to me. It's just totally crazy to me how much time and money people will waste on what they call their dream. But then once it comes to put the dream into action, when it comes time to put the dream into action, all the excuses come out. All these excuses come out. And that's why as hard as it is for Mitch to agree with me, he has to. He knows that I'm right on this. Right? So when Mitch is rooting, like I'm telling you, Mitch be on the first row, right? Just rooting, and like he's watching the Victim Olympics, as they run in the Victim Olympics, and he's like, "You can do it, go, go, go!" And then they're like, "It's even too much work to run in the Victim Olympics." And then he's like, he tries to help, and then he gets burned, and then he comes to me, he's like, "You were right." I'm like, I know I was right. And then, but then it's like, he stays away for too long, and then he starts to get pulled back into it, and he's like, "No, but what about them? And this and that, and it's so heartbreaking, and you just don't get it. You're just mean. I'm like, all right, go, fine, go out there, Mitch, and show them how much you love them, and then they stab him in the back again. They do, and that's why I'm like, you know what? I will always follow. I will always go by what I have to do, by my actions. Like you see me putting in the work every single day. Sometimes I'm up late. Sometimes I'm up early. Sometimes I'm up early and I go to sleep late, because I'm like, I have to do what I have to do, because whether
move on, back to work, chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work.
Whether everyone else is going to come along or not, it's not my problem. I'm like, I make opportunities available. I give the strategy, all that stuff, right? But it's up to you to perform. It is totally up to you to perform, and that's one of the main reasons that I like those single player sports, right? Like sports like tennis, things where you're not on it's not a full team competing, like basketball, football. Baseball is a mix of the two, right? I think baseball is a mix between like single player sport and a multiplayer sport. But like I like those, like like those type, like I said, tennis, right? Jiu-jitsu, because you're not it's not like one of those tag team matches, because in those multiplayer sports, the ones who don't work as hard can rely on the people who work a lot harder. But when it's those single player sports, it's all on you. It is all on you, and that's why I appreciate those, because you have to put in the work, and no one else is going to do it for you. And so many times I come across like people say, oh, and they want your time. They will, like a leech, they will suck all your time, right? And then we're like, well, where's the work? Oh, I went into a change of direction. Oh, this thing came up and that thing came up. I'm like, you know what? Nope, not me, not doing it. We will be here. I will be doing my work. And if you want to come along, then by all means do. But I will not follow you in your dreams. Set goals, not dreams. All right. Now, let me go and see if Mitch and your car are going to be standing for the people and running or cheering the Victim Olympics on. All right, let's see. It can go either way. So let me see. Is it? Oh, I thought it was Etsy. It's Etsy? Oh, my bad. I apologize. Some people are also scared of success. No one really talks about that. Who cares? That came out the wrong way. That came out the wrong way. Mitch, I apologize, Mitch. I apologize. I take that back. All right, but I'm gonna do that again. All right, I'm gonna do that again. All right, so let's do that again. All right, let's do that again. Some people are also scared of success. No one ever really talks about that. All right, so I'm gonna say, with all, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, with all due respect, who cares, right? I'm just saying. Anyways, your car said, unless you're a drug dealer or something I said. I don't know what I said. Mitch says, I really do try to help, but these people make it hard for me. So I know, Mitch. I know. They do. And your car says, I agree. The more I help people, I realize it's hard for people to fail at what they know and then see success in something you're trying to show them. They have to get their confidence back. If they ever had it in the first place, your car, keep that in mind. If they ever had it in the first place. Let me see. It says the Little Rascals. Did I miss a Little Rascals reference? Let me see. Let me go back. Did I miss a Little Rascals reference? I love the Little Rascals movie. If we were the Little Rascals, who would you be? Who would I be? I don't remember all of them. Let me see. Now that's a great question. That is a great question. Your car, the Little Rascals. Let me see. Let's pull up the Little Rascals real quick. Let's go here. All right, let's take a look at the Little Rascals. Let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, So if I could be the Little Rascals, who would I be? I would is that Macaulay Culkin? Was Macaulay Culkin in the Little Rascals? I don't even remember that. I'd probably take one of these two over here. I'd go with one of these two. Yep, that's what I'd be. I'm sure Mitch is not surprised that I would take one of these two over here. But yeah, that's what I'll take. I'll take one of these two over here. Yeah, cool. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, there you go. Oh, was she like, okay, was she like all falling for Macaulay Culkin and then they were like trying to like get him out the way? That movie was so, I don't remember the details that well, right? Anyways, let's keep going. So happy I went back to that. Let me see. Mitch says the proverbial you. Okay, fair enough. Your car, you see how you see the other side. This guy is so evil. I'm Buckwheat. I don't remember which one was Buckwheat. It says, if Rob didn't have us, he would be in a dark space. Yeah, sure I would. Sure I would. That's a good one, your car. It says, I agree with that too. He tries so hard to be tough. Ralph would be the dog. I could take that too. It says Ralph is alfalfa. I don't mind alfalfa either. I do not mind alfalfa, whatever. Either. Mitch is Spanky. Which one is Spanky? I don't remember which one is Spanky. Anyways, that's enough for now. Let's get back to work. Let me see if I can find out which one is Spanky. The Little Rascals Spanky. Which one is Spanky? That's Spanky. Let me show you Spanky. Ah. I can see that. I can see that in your car. every time your car has to, every time Mitch has to admit that I'm right, that's how he looks. That's how he looks every time he has to admit that I'm right. That's I agree. I agree. Your car says that Spanky is the one who said no girls in the clubhouse. Oh, see, can't get away with that now. You can't get away with that now. But yeah, I could definitely see. Like that's how much we look at when I'm right. You know, you'd be like, that damn Ralph always has to be right. I hate to admit it, but he's right. He's right. The more I try to help, the more I get burned. I'm telling you, man, you just got to do you. Like, if you do what you have to do, then the people who should be around you, they will come. All right, they will come. You know, and that's why Mitch is always hanging out with me. Your car is always hanging out with me because they work hard. I work hard. We do not run in the Victim Olympics. They watch it. I do not. See, that's one of the difference between the three of us, right? They love to watch it and try to recruit from there. I just keep it moving. And I do what I gotta do. All right, I'm just saying. All right, let's get back. Let's get to our next segment of the show.
Let's go!
All right, so part of the problem that we're having is, let me see how we're gonna do this. Because if I take this off, right, and I rerun this, and I go over here, and I search. Oh, why did that work? How did I? That's so weird, because last time, what did I do to fix that then? Because I remember last time, it was giving us, issues with, it was trying to search. Maybe I did it on the, all right, hold on. Let's take a look over here. Where did I do it? Hold on. I'm not sure where we did that. So now, oh well, whatever. Well, if it messes up again, then we'll have to look into that. But now if I go to over here and I search, we get the ID back. All right, cool. So now that we have the ID, we can build a link to use our get endpoint, I suppose. So let's think about that. So now that we have this here, we could say, let's go back over here. So that would be a, so by getting the ID, we should make a, so the link should be to a post request. The link should be to a post request that would, so if we, all right, so if we go and we look at this Axios over here, get meaning, so we can probably rename this to something else, right? Let's say we say here, search for terms, and then we do another function for get the definition, and then would pass in the ID. All right, so let's do that. So let's start hacking away at this, right? We're gonna say refactor. We're gonna rename this to search for terms. All right. And let me get rid of this over here. And how are you passing this again? We are doing the search for terms on change e target value is, how did that even get passed into there? Search for term. How are they passing it in there? I have no idea how they're actually passing it in there. Set search keyword. Set search word. Okay. Set search word. And then get rid of this test over here. And then okay, search word is being passed into here. Set the search word, that's being done over here, which updates to that. And then it passes. Okay, got it. All right, so if we do const and then we say selected term, maybe. All right, let's say we do that. Oh, let's do selected term ID. We'll put ID over here too. And if we were to do another function, maybe selected, or let's say get selected term from list or from search results, and then we would say let me see, let's start off with this, and then we're going to have another axios.get, and then we're going to say, we're going to go to glossary, and we're going to say it would be the selected term ID, right? Then response, console log response data, set selected term ID to, is that what I want to do? I guess so. No, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what I want to do here. Because I want to, all right, so select the term ID. This is search term. Okay, so then this is gonna search here. It's gonna give me a response. I guess so. Is it? Let me think. All right, so we have the term ID. On click. So if we do an, all right, so let's do this. This says on click search for term. So let's see what happens, right? So let's do A over here. Let's go with that. Let's go back. So let's put an A over here. See what these errors are. Search is defined but never used. Examples. All right, cool. So I'm gonna just see, I just want to see what's gonna happen real quick because I don't want to do too much and then now we're like in a whole heap of trouble. So let's go here. Let's search for the word job. All right. So all right. So nothing really changed. All right. So let's continue. Let's do href, and we'll just go with a hashtag for now, just to make sure that they're going to show up as links. Okay, let's go here. Let's go back. All right, so they are showing up as links. They're not going to do anything, but that's fine. Now, if we were to do let's say we do on click and we follow what they did up here. So I'm just going to go to a new line, or let's go to a new line. Let's go to a new line. And I'm going to do okay, term ID, all right. So, no, that's not what we want to do. Well, let's see what this does. I really don't know what this is going to do, but I just want to see what it's going to do. So let's go over here. Oh, can't even see what I did. So I was over here. Let me just undo everything so you can see what I did. All right, so I added the href, right? And then I said, let me add the on click. I just want to see what this, I'm not sure what this is going to do. So I want to see that first, right? And then I'm going to use my method. But I just want to see this first, right? So let's go over here. And let me open up the console. And when we search for jobs, if I was to click this, it doesn't do anything. All right, cool, yes. Let me clear this out. Let me click on this again. It doesn't do anything, so that's not doing anything. So let's continue. Let's load in our search. Let's load in our get selected term from search results. I really think I'm gonna have to pass in something in there. So if we go to here, let's go here. All right, let's see what this does. All right. And let's refresh that. and say job. Each key in a list should have a unique key prop. All right, I could do that. Let's clear that. If I click on this, oh, that did something. It did a regular get, apparently. So now, if we were to, so let's say we do a network log, and I do a clear, and I click here. Ooh, that didn't work out too well. Uncaught runtime errors. Network error. Okay, let me refresh one more time. Let me do job. Oh, all right, cool. So let's see what's causing that. Let me do that one more time. See where that error comes from. Console. Network error? What network error? Let's see if the database went down. Not database, but the... okay, so this is saying... So, okay, I got it. So I didn't pass the ID, so let's go over here. All right, I think I know what's going on. All right, so now, if we go back to over here, and we go to... Let's say we do term ID, and we say we do term ID here. And we do term ID here. I don't know. All right, let's see what happens. So let's go back over here and let's go to, actually I have to restart this one to be honest with you. So let's start that over. All right. So now, if we go over here and just refresh, we search for the word job. We search, okay, we have results. And if we were to clear that out and we do that, and we have, so cool, awesome. So we have what we want. So that's awesome. If we go and we click, let me clear this out. We click here, we have what we want. We click here, we have what we want. We click here, we have what we want. Perfect. So now the next step is to, let me get rid of that. All right, cool. So let's go back over here. So they say add a key as well. So they said that, let me clear that out. Let me refresh that. I don't see the error. Right, anyways, what I will do is, where's that key supposed to go? Oh, my goodness. Each child in the list should have a unique key prop. All right, so let's take a look at that too. Each child in a list should have a unique key prop. Understanding unique keys for array children in React.js. So just the key. All right, cool. I just add a key. Perfect. So we can take care of that while we're at it. We're going to go to the list that we're returning over here. And we will say This is wrong, actually. This should be over on the outside. This should be over on the... This should be over on the outside. And we don't need this one. This should be li. Drop that in here. Key. Get rid of that one. Just some cleanup on aisle 4, that's all. Let me go here. Why is this one hating? What you hating about? Expected that. All right, cool. So that's taken care of. All right, so that should be good on that end.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
Just make sure that's good. If we go back to here and we refresh and we search for job. Oh, it still has it. Each child in a list should have a unique key prop. I don't know. Anyways, it does not prevent it from working, so that's fine. Let me see here. Whatever. We'll figure that's not that important because it still works. So on our next segment, we're going to be working on trying to see how to create it, like how for it to load a page. So no biggie. All right. Break time. It is break time. So let me check the chat real quick. He said we recruit. Y'all do recruit. Let's see. And your car says that's not the same one. I need to get that one. All right, I did it myself. All right. So, this break. So, this is I came across this, right? We're going to watch this together. I don't know if that's actually the CEO of Netflix or not, because I tried to look him up and that didn't look like the CEO, but maybe he lost some weight, maybe he gained weight, I don't know. But I didn't want to watch this with you, right? So our company's a family. What? That's what I want to know. All right, so let's get to it. Let's go to here.
It used to be a classic metaphor for companies was the family, and you'd hire them and you'd be like, we're a family, you know, we look after each other. And it's kind of baloney because, you know, you'll lay someone off in a way that you wouldn't, you know, your sister. And so, you know, it's like you want them to.
For the record, I would lay off my sister in a heartbeat if she was not performing. I'm just gonna say that. But maybe I treat my family more as a company. I'm just saying, right? I'm just gonna throw that context there. I would lay off my sister in a heartbeat if I had to. Just saying. I'm just saying.
To work for you like they were a family member for free and cheap, but you're not really prepared to treat them like a family member, if you're honest. And so really the professional relationship is like a sports team. And if you want to win a championship, you got to have incredible talent at every position. And so we say, look, we're like a professional sport, not like your kid's soccer team, but no, like a professional sports team where we pay people well, we want them to win. And if you have one bad game, you don't like lose your position. But ultimately, you're fighting for your position every year. And that's how we feel about it. And it's, as long as we're honest about it, it's exciting because then you can play really sophisticated sports. So to do a blind pass in soccer and you just know the person's there, that's an art. You need great teammates, you know, that you are so well rehearsed. And, you know, so to do that, you need great talent, and that's fun to be around.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Are companies a family? Are companies a family? So, do you think that companies should be more like a sports team, or should they be more like a family? So let's see. Let me see. I don't know what Mitch was referring to as trash, but I will just take it as he's referring to me. Let's see. It says your car says that. Hold on one second. Let me move that up just a little bit. Car says no. You can't fire family. What? What? Are you kidding, man? You know what? I think if more families were ran as a company, as a business, families would be a lot more successful. I think families would be a lot more successful if they were ran as a business or a company. That's my thing, right? Mitch says, bologna? Is it grilled? That's good. That's a great question. I like bologna. I haven't eaten it in a long time, but I think when I did, it was really cool. Mitch, your car says to his own mother,
"You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired."
Mitch says, "I'm nobody's puppet." Mitch, did you see the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin when Kevin Hart was in the video store arguing with the other guy? That's one of my favorite scenes from a movie ever. Your car says, that was word salad. Just say you don't give a... I don't think that was word salad at all. I think he makes a very interesting point. I think that a lot of families don't have any vision or goals, or they're not going pretty much anywhere, while you have a company who and some companies are good, some companies are bad, and they might have a goal and a vision, and the people who are they try to get people on board who are going to be working towards that that same goal and vision. Or I mean, some people, they do a really good job, but they just want to get paid, and that works too, as long as they do a good job. You know, as long as you can play your role, you know, as long as you can.
You should know your role and shut your mouth.
You know, if they can do a good job, then that's what I don't think that a company is a family. I don't think it at all. And I think if families were ran more like companies.
On, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. You're back to work, back to work, back to work.
Your car says you're just a number. I mean, on a sports team, you're just a number as well. LeBron is whatever his number is at right now. Kobe Bryant was number 8, number 24. Allen Iverson was number 3. Dwayne Wade was number 3. Shaquille O'Neal was number 32 sometimes, number 34 sometimes. Michael Jordan was number 23. He was number 45. Your social security number. You're just like everywhere you go, you're just a number. So I don't really see what that is in reference to. Let's see. And and also on your paycheck, it's also just a number. So as long as you pay me, then we're good. That's how I see it. And Mitch said, in addition to all the people that Mitch does not like, he says Kevin Hart. Okay, I got you. Your car agreed to that. Your car also says Kevin Hart. Okay, a lot of Kevin Hart hate today. Says it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It really doesn't matter. You notice that Ralph likes. Who did I say I like? I said I like the scene. I don't like anybody. Bitch, I don't like anybody. Right? I like the scene though. It was a hilarious scene. That's all I'm saying. Like, can you like a scene but not actually like care? Not even like. I don't like or dislike Kevin Hart. I just like the scene. That sounds like word salad too. What sounds like word salad? People. Just saying. And it says, when I get back like Jordan wearing the 4-5, it's not to play games. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all just numbers, Maybe it sounds like word salad because you know that I'm right, and because you hate to admit that I'm right. Because you hate to admit that I'm right.
Do not come.
I'm just saying. Anyways, let's get to our last segment of work because at the end of the show, we have a special message from my dear friend who absolutely knows no idea who I am, David Goggins, right? So, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So, we are going to get this off the screen. And let's throw up our last 20 minutes.
It's time to do.
All right, so now we need to find a way to, when you click on this link, it's going to show another page right under here. So let's do React. Show page. React API list response. Show content on new page. Let's try that. A React API response display on another page. Let's try that, right? So, let's assume you got a response in data object, so you can set the data into a state like below, which I believe that's what I've done. And then we want to, not really helping there. Let's see. So li key item track ID. Let me see. How do you get to this other page? Is it a component? Let's see. Okay, response, items. I don't see. Oh, that answers my question. Render page after API call. Let's see what this one. Or let me see what this says. Fetch API data. We fetch the API, create a details page. So we have to create a details page. Set up routing to the details page. Looks familiar. It looked like what your car was laughing at me at a few months ago. So, so we got this page. All right, cool. We did this part already. I think that's what I did, all right. So let's start creating the details page, all right? Let's do that. We will do so index, not index. We need let's go over here. New JavaScript file and details page. Add, and we're gonna say import React from React. Import, what the heck is it? Use location. Let's go use do we have React DOM on here? So let's do there's gonna be npm install React router DOM. Okay, we're gonna say use location from React router DOM. Okay, and we're gonna say function detail page. Let's see, const location, use location, const item. Equals location dot state question dot item. Okay, say if item doesn't if there's no item, return div item not found. That should be part of the function. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Else return div, and we could style this up later as well. H1 item dot, it's not going to be title. It would be, if we look at our, item dot economic indicator, let's put that in. Well, it doesn't matter right now. We can always fix that afterwards. H2 source of data, and we'll do H3. And if we go to definition, let's do a div right there. All of these should actually be inside of these things right here. This right here. That right there. And that right there. Item dot definition. And is it definition? Yeah, definition. and then we'll have to do. I'll leave the example out for now. We'll leave the example out for now, just so we don't have to do a bunch of extra work on that. And we'll probably just copy the example from the other side. All right, cool. So now we say at the very bottom, export default detail page. I should call this definition page actually. Let's see. Definition page. And we do that down here. Definition. All right. And I'm going to rename this page as well, or this file. All right. Now, let's see. Setup routing is going to be in this page. Okay, so we might have to end up creating another page as well, but we'll figure that out. Let me see. Import. Browser router route. Oops. Okay. And we're gonna do import definitions page from definitions. So we might have to actually move this to like the homepage thing to something else, but we'll figure that out. So once we go into here, into this return, yeah, we might have to end up moving that out, but whatever, we'll figure that out. This is the same thing that we ended up doing with the online version of the time cost calculator, I think it was. All right, so browser router, and let's say we do routes, and we do route path. And we'll say the path would be definition. Guess I'll do ID for now. And the element would be definition page. All right, so now in order to do if we have a route where it says path component app, could we do because I'd have to move all of this into something else. Let me see, home page. Let's see how we could. Let's see. For now, we're to the homepage right now. React, add HTML inside of router page. Let me see. Can we put HTML inside of route element? The only requirement is that the element prop takes a React.React node. In other words, any valid JSX. So we could do element. I was thinking about that I could do that. Let's see if that's going to work. So if we were to copy all of this over here, let's copy all of that. Okay. And we were to go to in here, we take app out and we open parentheses, we paste, it accepted it. All right. Okay, let's go here, make sure that this worked. So we did a lot of changes. Let's go take a look at the site real quick to see how bad we broke it. If we go to over here, oh, we broke it bad. We broke it bad. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Leaf route at does not have an element. Oh, wait a second. If we take that off. All right, leaf route does not have an element or component. This means it will render an outlet. No element. Oh, wait a second. Let's go over here. I guess it should be element. Go here. Ah, there we go. It's back now. So it just needed to be an element. All right, so now if we were to do our search for job, that still works. And this still, all right, so this still returns something. Now, if we look at over here, where were we? Over here, how do we get the link to work? So, handle click item. So this is saying go to detail item.detail and then handle click item over here. So inside of that method. All right, so let's try that. Let's go to inside of, I guess it could be inside the then. Navigate. I don't see a navigate. Because that's the one that we're using. Wait, let's do it outside of Axios. Okay. Navigate. I don't see the navigate there. Let's see. So we have this one. Oh, okay, that's that one. Let's go to. So this is doing an API call, but is the all right? So is the API call then? Where is the API call happening then? Oh, navigate item ID. Let's fetch data. details. Let's see. If we get the selected from here, then how do we get that part? Because we need, so this part is good. We're getting the data. We need to say when we click on this, we're getting this back. We need it to say, let's look at this over here. We need it to say, we have the routing set up. Path details.id. Details.id state item. I don't see. Handle click item. Where's that nav? Okay, so homepage. Okay, I see it. So we need to have a constant to use navigate. So if we go up here,
Lunch break! Lunch break!
constant goes use navigate. Let's try to finish this up real quick. So if we have here, and then we go into here, and not this one, we go into here. I see this one, all right. If we say navigate, and we say definitions, term ID. Is that what we defined over here? Well, I guess that's right. Well, yeah, detail definition. Yep, I think that's right. So if we are looking here, definitions, term ID. Okay. And down here says, where are we down here? The route. Definitions ID. Element definitions page. Well, we shall find out. The href attribute requires a valid value to be accessible. Provide a valid navigatable address as the href value. If you cannot provide a valid href but still need an element to resemble link, use a button and change it with any appropriate style. Okay. That would be on the home page. Oh, they did it on the LI. That's interesting. Okay, fine. We can do that real quick. Let's go to. They don't want me to just use a button for now then. Let's see what happens. Select the term ID example. All right, cool. That's fine. Let's go over to. Oh, that total failure. May be used only in context of a router component. So we have a major failure over here.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Let me see what happened with that real quick. quick. Let's look at this. In terms of a router, let's see what it says. In terms of a router, use navigate. Let me see the error again. It says use navigate may only be used in context of a router component. And over here says import use navigate, and then navigate constant in the function of the home page. And the function of the home page. Oh, I think I see what they're saying. All right, let me see. Let's see here. In the function of the home page. Where is that? So if we're looking over here, get selected. Let me see. This thing is annoying here. Browser route. This is the return. And the function of a router. What do they mean by that? Let me search for that error real quick. Spend an extra few minutes just to make sure hopefully we can get this working. Let's see. Use navigate may only be used. All right. Use navigate, browser router, yada, yada, yada. The error in use navigate use in router context will check if the component which uses the use navigate hook is a descendant of router. If the component is not a descendant of the router, it will throw that error. Here is the source code to explain why you can't use navigate use location outside of router component. Am I using it outside of it? Use navigate, return. Wrapped it by wrapping my route with routers and what? Let me see. I don't know what they're talking about. Let me see. Your environment is browser, so you need to use browser router. Browser router is based on router. Refactor to this app. Constant. That. Return. Button. Navigate. Routes. On click. Navigate, go back. So, if I was to not have this navigate right here, and I was to, this probably won't work the right way, but if we were to do Let's see. Still not working. Sure. Wait a second. Okay, I know it. I think I know what it is. No, it's right here. It's inside function app. Function app, const navigate, use navigate, return, index.jsx. Import browser router from React DOM. React DOM render. Let's say we do browser router. Let's see if that does anything right there. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. If that doesn't work, we'll call it a night and we'll fix it next time. Or maybe I'll fix it before Saturday. We'll see. Yep, we're going to leave it at that. We are going to leave it at that. I'll figure it out, but I got to go. So, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Not going to spend too much time on this. All right, so that's it for tonight. That is it for tonight. Let me check the chat, and then we'll have a special message from Mr. Dave Goggins himself, one of my favorite people of all time. Let's see. So, Mitch says, no, you're wrong, chump. Okay, cool. I mean, you know what? I am happy to be wrong, all right? I'm happy to be wrong because guess what? Sometimes the ones who are wrong are the ones who will continue to win. Ikari says, I'm red-shirting myself. And let me see. If her name was Kim Possible, why wasn't his name Ron? I have no idea what you're talking about. If Australia is the down under, does the rain fall up? Maybe. It's quite possible. It is quite possible. Ikari says, you can do it, not tonight. And it says, good job. You know, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best here. All right. Let me see. With that being said, all right. So the last thing I'm going to share with you. I keep pressing the wrong one. All right. We're going to here. All right. The last thing we're going to share, it is a message from, where did it go? I lost it. Where did it go? That's a pity. Let me see if I can find it back. Let me see. Not good. All right, let's go with this one. Let's go with this. All right, there we go. So let's go with one of, before, wait just 1 second here. We got my guy in the building. What's going on? Me, My Safai says good evening to Ralph, Yakar, and the chat. Salute to you, Me, My Safai. How are you doing today?
I appreciate you.
We are about to wrap it up for tonight, but I wanted to...
All right.
No love. No love. All right. Let's get into this one, all right? Let's get into this one, right? So, as we wrap it up for tonight,
All right, this is my best friend right here for 41 years. He knows all about me. I know all about him. The good.
That's David Goggins' best friend, just like Mitch is my best friend for life.
The bad and the ugly. But I'd rather motherfucker hate me and get better than like me and stay the same. So I gave my boy a pass. He's been in shape his entire fucking life. Last 4 or 5 years, I've been seeing him slowly get out of shape. He gained about 35 fucking pounds. He's always been fit. So I gave him a pass. Why? My best friend. I don't want to have that uncomfortable conversation about this motherfucker getting fat, losing what he got and shit. So basically, about 7 months ago, he came down to my house and I said, hey man, you know, what the fuck's up, bro? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, hey man, you gained a lot of weight. What's going on? I touched a nerve in him. Long story short, man, he came back 7 months later, lost 35 fucking pounds, looking all grizzled and shit. He probably can't flex right now because he's got his ass worked out in the gym, but boy, he's hard again. Let's get him, Johnny. Let's get him. My boy's back. Tell them what they need to fucking know. And if they don't respond that way, they don't want to be better. Obviously, this motherfucker wanted it and he got it. Stay hard.
No passes. No passes. And that's why they hate me, Mitch. That's why they hate me, because I don't give no excuses, no passes. If you suck, then you suck. If you're a loser, then you are a loser. You know, it is what it is. It is what. And then I'm in a bind, Nate. When that happens, I'd be like, it sucks to be you. It sucks to be you. But on that note, we're gonna get out of here. We did a lot of work today. We're close to finishing up, or not finishing up, but getting this the way that we want it to be. I'll probably do a little bit of more work on it just so we can have it for Saturday, just so we can load. Maybe I'll do that homepage. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll figure it out. We shall figure it out. All right? Here's my question to you, though. With all that we did tonight, did you have fun? Did you have fun?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you were here?
I had a great time. I learned a lot. And Mystify said that he is doing all right. He just came to sit down for a minute. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Let's see. Mitch says, little Ralph, you know how we do. And he says, hey, what's going on? Your hat has been looking tight on your head. I don't know what to tell you, Mitch. I don't know. Maybe I'm wearing it tighter. I don't know. But, you know, we'll figure it out. We shall figure it out. And your card is entertained as always. And you guys know that yesterday's price is not today's price. Today's price is not tomorrow's price. I am hoping that I can get 50%. I am hoping that my energy bill, my electricity bill, my gas bill can be split in half by 50%. That will be a dream come true. We'll see, you know, because you guys know that.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
The price of the brick is always going up. And with that being said, we're out of here. We are out of here. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.
I'm a knucklehead at times.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts. Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again. Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.